Tell you what I can't wait to do is get my hands on some of this meat. That's what I can't wait to do right now. I know my body is starving for nutrition. It's dying for the nutrition right now. I know it. I feel it. But it's fine because it's coming. It's either coming tomorrow or Friday, but hopefully it comes tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Imagine if it just popped up today. It'd be even better. But I jumped on the website and it said Thursday, Friday, so when that gets here, it'll get here. You know, but it feels good to be walking again. You know, something popped up on the tube last night about posture. This is why I'm walking again. About how important it is to keep your posture good. You know, and you know, and then I started watching older videos of me walking everywhere, not skating everywhere. You know, so I was like, you know what? This morning I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go for a walk. So here we are, going for a walk. Getting that sunshine on my skin every morning. That is ideal. You know, that is what I was doing before too. I was getting up every morning, getting the sun on my skin. You know, I was basically out in the sun all day. Like really, that's probably why I was so happy because I was outside every day. You know, at the time, I wasn't working. I was just making videos every day, so it was constantly me in the sun. You know, doing my thing. That was what was happening. Out by this ocean water. But I'm gonna have a look today. You know, out of curiosity, type of work they got up there, up those ways. You know, because like I said in the last video, you know, I'm talking about up north Queensland. If any of you guys haven't watched the last video, every time I start eating like this again, you know, you know, everything's clear. I'm eating clean, clean meat, just meat, no carbs. Get happy again, and I start thinking like this again. Because my brain is able to think more clearly. I'm not having all them carbs in me. So then I start thinking about the air, and I start thinking about my surroundings more, and about where I want to be, you know what I mean? And then I look around more, you know, and see more about what's going on around me, instead of being so full of carbs and full of food that I don't really have the mental capacity to think those thoughts, to try even, you know, move or, you know, get ahead or whatever the case may be. You know, but when I eat like this, you know, I'm happy. I can think more clearly. I can realise things more clearly. You know, because I don't have all that inside of me that's taking the energy away from my brain. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation on that. Like even doing like jet ski tours or something for people, you know, and that'll be a pretty cool job to do. You know, like I was saying before in the last bit, working out the boat, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, something along those lines. I don't know, but contemplating it. And then I was watching another video last night too on YouTube And these things just tend to pop up, you know, because how you feel, like I'm saying. Anyway, I won't say that. Enough about that. But anyway, there's something popped up on my YouTube yesterday, and it was about this couple up in North Queensland, and they were like out in the reef, and they had like a border collie dog, which anyone who's followed the channel for a while knows that, you know, I want to get a border collie. You know, when I do get my own place, because I can't get one right now because I'm in the apartment. I had a border collie dog, brown border collie dog. They had a boat. They were out on the ocean every day. They was fishing, you know, catching fish, eating fish for lunch and dinner, you know, and they just seemed happy, you know, because they're out on the ocean, you know, getting that fresh air and swimming, you know what I mean, feeling good, getting the vitamin D in, you know, living the life, you know, not indoors, not stuck indoors, they were outside, you know, so I also seen that, I was like, oh, here we go, this looks great, you know, and that was what I used to do. I used to just go, try, get as much sun as possible, you know, move where the sun was, you know, go on holidays. When it got cold around here, I'd go for a holiday somewhere, get some more sun, you know what I mean? In an ideal world, you know, going everywhere where the summer is would be ideal, you know, could stay here throughout summer and then, you know, maybe move somewhere when the sun was on another part of the world, you know what I mean? That would be the ideal situation. You know, and doing YouTube, I could do that, you know. I've never had this opportunity to do that, but you know, you know, you know, get this thing going full time, you know, and I got enough to get by doing this thing. It'd be ideal. But for now, I've got to do other things. But at the same time, I just like making these videos anyway. You know, I just like doing it. That's why I started the channel. It wasn't even about trying to get anything from it. Even saying that, I don't know, it doesn't feel that right because I'm not really trying to get anything from it. I would like to, you know, be able to do this. But, you know, it's casual. I just like it. And I like documenting this stuff because I can look back on it like I did last night and see how I am, see how I'm feeling, see how I'm looking. You know what I mean? You know, so documenting life. You know, it's nice to be able to look back. You know, about how things were going at the time, how I was feeling at the time, what was I eating, you know, who was I hanging around, you know, what people was I exchanging energy with, like I said in the last video, you know, what was the situation at the time. So this thing's about to cut out though. I've seen it popped up a lot, 5%, but I'm just even walking this morning. I feel a whole lot different to just skating. The skating's great and all. And I'm going to continue to skate. But, you know, walking, I just feel different. And my body's moving in a different way. Skating's nice, it's just pushing. And the nice thing I do like about skating is, you know, a bit more, get your heart rate up more when you skate. You know, because you're moving, like, trying to keep the board balanced, you know, coming off. So, get your heart rate up more. But, walking like this, you know, I feel more like I'm aware of, you know, the surroundings more. I can take it all in more. You know, I can see things that I don't usually see when I'm skating. You know, take in my surroundings more. And this is what I first started doing when I started the show. I was just walking everywhere with this thing, having conversations along the way, telling, you know, yeah, that's what I was doing. Getting the steps in. And that bit of riding on the ground, on the concrete right behind me, is all throughout the Broadwater. Down it says, have a happy day. So, have a happy day. Because that's what I'm going to do today. Focus on myself. I'm going to be selfish. Like I said in the last video, selfishness is a key factor to yours and my happiness. You've got to be selfish. Selfish with your time, selfish with who you're talking to, selfish with who you're hanging around, because you've got to do what you've got to do to keep yourself happy. Whatever that looks like, you know. Because I know what that looks like for me at this point in time in my life. So, that's that. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm just going to keep doing it till I get to where I've got to get to, and then I just got to keep doing it. Even when I get to where I've got to get to. I've got to keep doing it. It's constant. You know? Happiness isn't a destination. Happiness is a way of life. Happiness is, it's constant. You know, you've got to do the things daily to get to that stage, to get to that happy stage. You know, and then you've got to do it the next day and the next day, and it keeps going. You know, so taking care of your environment, your internal environment with the foods that you're eating, the water you're consuming, the quality of your foods, the air that you're breathing, you know, and taking care of your external world and also internal world with the people you're hanging around, you know, with the energy exchanging with people, with your environment, with what's your surroundings, you know what I mean? What's in the air, what's in the water, you know what I mean? You got to be onto that to really stay happy. Because naturally, just to give you all a heads up, naturally, from our actual standpoint, you know, we're all meant to be healthy, happy people. There's none of this meant to be going on. Now, if we were to eat how we're originally meant to eat, you know, which is food that hasn't been touched, that's, you know, not being messed with, that is clean, it's got no stuff in it that shouldn't be in your body, okay, and you're drinking clean, fresh water, and you're outside in nature all the time, that is happiness by itself. You ain't got to try to do nothing, right? That's how we all actually are internally. That is how we are, but it's the other things that stop some people from being happy. You know, stuff that's in the food, stuff that's in the water, and then that's going to make people not feel that great, and then they're going to be hanging out with other people that ain't feeling that great. So, you know, and then you're exchanging energies with people that sometimes don't feel that great or feel that good because of the unnatural environment. But if you get yourself in a natural environment, eat food the way it's meant to be eaten, and you know, that is good for the body. You know, and what is good for the body is good for the mind. It's intertwined, body and mind. So that's the situation with that. So, and then you can naturally be happy. But you know, outside of nature's got a lot to do with it. You have to have the energy to get outside of nature first. That's the first thing. You have to have the energy to do it. But now that I'm eating how I'm eating, you know, I'm 3 days in, you know, doing a clean, unprocessed carnivore situation, just eating meat. I've got the energy to get out and walk again and do stuff again. You know, whereas before I didn't. How is that even possible? That before, you know, I didn't have the energy to even go for a walk. I had to escape. You know what I mean? Because so much of that is taken up from digesting food or whatever else is happening within inside my stomach. You know, not everyone's like this. You know, everyone is different. Everyone has done different stuff with their bodies. So, you know, probably, yeah, I don't know the situation. This may not be for everyone, I don't know. But I do know how it makes me feel. And I do know that everyone is probably meant to eat like this. I dare say they are, you know, but some people's body have just adjusted. Or maybe I've done too much of this, and maybe I've done too much of the vegetables in the past, you know, that's completely messed me up. Because when I do anything, I don't muck around with it, you know. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, you know. So, and for me personally, when I eat, I've got to eat, you know. And so, when I wasn't eating meat, you know, I was eating a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have been eating, which probably completely buckled me there, you know, because there's things that I thought were healthy for me and good for me, which at the end of the day weren't. And a lot of people who do end up doing a meat-based diet or going carnivore like me have done the complete opposite. So that's why, you know, we do have to go carnivore, because we've done the other side, which is just straight veggies and fruit. And everyone that does, not everyone, but a lot of people that do straight veggies and fruit end up coming over and doing meat, because you're so malnourished from the veggies and fruit, because you're not getting enough, you know, proper nutrition, vitamins and minerals and proteins and fats and all that from the plants, you know. And then once you start eating meat again, you get life back. You get life back in you. And I know, because I've only been 3 days doing this, but I know once I get that meat tomorrow, I know I'm gonna feel completely different, and I know my posture's gonna get better. I'm gonna be standing more straight. I know my skin's gonna get better. I've done it before, I know it. And you know, anyone who's following the channel, you guys are gonna see it too, because it's gonna be documented on here. So that's the beauty about doing this whole thing. It's gonna be documented. You're gonna get to see it. I'm gonna get over and see it. So there's no guessing it. It's not guessing. It's on here. So, you know, I used to tell people how I felt on, you know, meat-based carnivore diet. I could tell them, and they would be like, you know, whatever they said, you know. But now I ain't just gonna, I don't just have to say it. I can just say, look at this, check out the videos. Check out the difference in the videos. You can see the difference in the videos about how I feel, how I'm talking, you know. So, you know, it's good to be on the tube and to be outside in nature. Everything just gets better, you know, when I'm not eating carbs. Everything gets better when I'm eating clean foods and meats. Like, even coming out in nature right now, my hearing gets better, my eyesight gets better, my levels get better. Like, I start noticing things that I wasn't noticing before, you know, because life is improving. Because life isn't improving on the outside. In some ways it is, but life is improving on the inside, because my insides are getting better. My insides are getting more clean. My insides are getting back to where they got to get to. And then, like I say here in this channel, what happens internally is happening externally, you know. So once you take care of inside of you,